This is the Aviation Business Podcast, the podcast that equips your aviation business to achieve a higher altitude. Now, here's your host, Tim Bonnell.
Well, welcome to the Aviation Business Podcast, where we just had an episode most recently about improving our goal execution, and we discussed having a strategic planning outline to help our mindset and our thinking to overcome obstacles and to have strategies and specific actions that go toward executing our goals, and obviously making our goals much more executable. There's another process I want to talk about that will help elevate that goal execution, and it's a process of measuring the impact of the goal or project you are hoping to accomplish. And so it's just a kind of a thinking process by first just outlining what is that goal, that focus, that project that you're wanting to accomplish, and then creating these following thought patterns based on these questions. So number one, just this goal, this project, what is the purpose of it? When you get really clear about what you hope to accomplish with your goal, your project, your focus, that helps develop that vision. It helps gain an understanding and buy-in for yourself and for others that may be joining you on this particular issue. When there is a clear purpose, we need to look at and evaluate the importance of this purpose and this project over other projects. We need to determine, what kind of a measurable difference this would make in our business, in our life, whatever it may be. And then again, we need to re-examine that ideal outcome that we looked at, perhaps in that strategy planning outline that we discussed. So as we look at this focus, this project, this goal, this action we're going to do, what is the purpose? And based on that, how important is it compared to our other priorities? And then again, what is that ideal outcome? We always want clarity about what we hope it looks like. Now we're going to take that and we're going to just really lay out what is the best case scenario. If this, we got the ideal outcome, what is the best result for me, for my team? What does that mean? And then we just want to get over what the worst case is. Like, what is the worst case scenario for this situation? So we looked at some obstacles before, but let's just own in this project, this focus, this goal, what is the worst result possible? Let's just identify that and see if it's something we can live with or not. So once we kind of have that purpose, importance, that ideal outcome, and a measured, hey, here's the best result. Here's what would be fantastic if it happened. Here's the worst result. Is that something we can live with? Then we want to be sure that we clarify what will make this project, this goal, this focus, what will be items that would merit it being a success. What is the criteria for success for you to be true on this project, focus, or goal? Literally 1 through how many ever, 1 through 5, 1 through 8, 1 through 10. What needs to happen for this goal to have been successful? Very specifically, and list those out. What this does is this process helps you, gain focus. It helps you gain clarity on the goal, its importance. It may be a make or break decision on moving forward when we're able to see, hey, this is the clear purpose. We know how important it is compared to other things. We've got an ideal outcome for what we hope for. We want to know what's the best result. What is possible if we take this action? What is possible? What else does this allow? And then we also want to say, hey, if we do this, what's the worst possible thing that will happen? Right? Based on all those things, what are the keys to success for this goal, this project? What are the things that we need to say for it to have been successful? What things have happened? So as we look at and measure the impact of our goal, again, it provides greater clarity. It helps set our mind in advance of what needs to happen and how important it is. When we understand that priority, the importance, and we've already dealt with the best, knowing what can happen, we've already dealt with the worst, and we've outlined what needs to happen for it to be a success. So when we create this impact evaluation as it relates to our goal or our project, it really just helps us to own the goal or project more. It helps us to have more confidence and clarity in these goals and actions we're taking. And again, as we've been talking about as the theme of this little two-part series, is that it will increase the effectiveness and the execution of our goals. So take your business, take your life, and your goal execution to a higher level by having your strategic outline and your impact review of your goals in advance, as kind of outlined in general terms by these last two episodes, so that you will achieve a higher level and a higher altitude. Well, this is your aviation fun fact for today. It's kind of a fun one, because in July of 25th of 1962, we saw the U.S. Army form its first armed helicopter company using UH-1 Hueys. The Bell UH-1 Iroquois, nicknamed the Huey, as we said, according to Wikipedia, is a utility military helicopter designed and produced by the American aerospace company Bell Helicopter. It is the first member of the prolific Huey family, as well as the first turbine-powered helicopter in service with the U.S. military. So a little bit of aviation and military history there, all in one, with UH-1 Bell Huey, as it became the part of the first armed helicopter company, July 25th of 1962. Well, that's your aviation fun fact for the day. Until next time, keep your wheels up and your attitude high.
Thanks for listening to the Aviation Business Podcast. If you found this episode of value, please share with someone who could benefit from its content. You can stay up to date by subscribing in iTunes or your podcast player of choice. This episode is brought to you by Aris Insurance Solutions, your flight plan for navigating the turbulence in aviation insurance. To find out more, go to arisinsurance.com. That's AERIS insurance.com.